Hello, thanks for tuning in. I'm John Breyer, KG4AKV, and I'm going to decode some SSTV images. I'm also going to make sure this live stream is live. Bear with me. Last time I did this, I had major feedback issues, and I'm going to try hard to avoid that. Looks good. And I'm going to share the links to Facebook and Twitter. So here are the images I received, or that I previously decoded from the first day. I haven't decoded any images from the subsequent days. The event was active for 3 full days and part of a 4th day. Okay, I'm going to have to do this from here. The mistake I made last time was I opened this live stream in another tab, and that was where I generated feedback. So I'm going to try not to do that this time, or at least not leave it up. I'm just going to copy the link instead of clicking it. Wish I could get somebody else to do this for me on the back end somehow. The reason I don't put the YouTube link in the actual post is because Facebook gives less, basically will have links that go to YouTube. Won't show them in people's feeds as often because they don't want them to leave their platform and get ad revenue to go to Google. Twitter doesn't really care. Okay, that should be all that needs to be done there. I'm going to close Facebook because it makes sounds, and I don't want the sounds to get into the decoder. So I guess, what's up, K3RLD and Jacob? Okay, so I'm actually monitoring the stream on my head. So, okay, so here we go. These images were almost all decoded with SSTV. I kind of want to talk about what I talked about in the last stream because I messed up the last stream, but I don't have time to do that, so I'm just going to start decoding the next ones. But what you can see here is that I've got image 1, image 2, image 3. This is technically image 4. It's the best I have of that so far. And then I have image 6 here and 12, or 7. So let's get going. This is the directory where I'm keeping all my candidate best images, and I am storing all my passes in this. This is all my video, all my passes. So I have each satellite pass I do in a separate directory, and then I have a common media folder where I sort the video from the audio from the images, etc. Okay, so I've already decoded and found the best versions of Wednesday's images, these 3 passes, and I'm now going to look at this one. So I haven't decoded any images. If I had, I would have put them in graphic sources. So I'm going to open up the file. There should be one file, but I had a problem with my main rig, my main satellite rig, where when I transmitted it made the audio recorder cut off, so I had to restart it halfway through the pass. I was transmitting calling RS0ISS. I ended up switching to a different setup using a handheld HT and a different arrow antenna because I was worried, and also because I noticed the signal strength wasn't as strong as I expected it to be with that other setup, which gave me more worries or kind of credence to believe that I had a high SWR issue. I tested it and it was fine, but I did try transmit again and the audio recorder continued to turn off, so I'm going to have to troubleshoot that some more, that particular rig. But anyway, that's why I have 3 files here. So we're going to open up the first one, and you can see this is an ISS SSTV. There's a little bit of a transmission here. Just listening to this recording. Okay, so here's a good solid copy, and we're going to decode that one. And I'll make sure I've got my recording devices set up properly. VB virtual cable is going there, and I want to change this to cable input. Now SSTV and SSTV should decode properly. I'm going to turn off the bandpass filter. The bandpass filter is helpful when you have noisier decodes. This looks like a pretty solid copy right here, so I'm just going to turn that off and it'll be sharper. And we'll see which one gets a better decode. Let's see, let's move that over. So this is the image viewer. This is like the picture viewer for SSTV, the larger one. And I just have it right next to SSTV to make it easy to compare. That didn't quite work. Let's start over. Okay, wait, this isn't going out to the right. Alright, let's see what's going on here, guys. Showing up in these okay, so these are set properly. There we go. Okay, we're decoding. Right away, SSTV's got the color wrong, so I think I'm probably going to turn on BPF and start over. I have had a lot of trouble with SSTV, and it's frustrating. I told everybody, I've been telling everybody it's better than SSTV because I find that it has less slant issues than SSTV, but I remembered after I started doing this, last SSTV event when I went through all my images to try to get the best of codes, I actually found that SSTV yielded the better decodes in general. SSTV has less slant issues, but SSTV does have a repair function you can click after the fact. It has high accuracy slant correction or adjustment, and I found that works pretty well. So we'll see. Alright, I see about 11 of you, including me. That's pretty cool. Appreciate it. So, if you want a shout out, say something in the chat. I'll give you a shout out. Stefan, the signal is from the International Space Station. So it's an audio recording that I received from the International Space Station. They have a special event every few years where they send images to all amateur radio operators across the world, and they're usually in celebration of different particular things. In this occasion, they're celebrating Intercosmos and Cosmonautics Day. And Intercosmos, as I understand, is something about how they work with other nations to do human spaceflight. So sometimes these images will have flags at the top of them, and you can see different. I saw one guy that had a German patch on his space jumpsuit. Okay, so we're finished. I can click stop on my audio recording. If you want to see, you were asking where these are coming from, I'll show you a video from when I recorded it. So this is me receiving the images from the space station.
AOS, right?
So I think I even turned up the audio on the radio one time so you could hear it in the video. So I got my antenna, I'm aiming at the space station as it flies over. Okay, so going back to the audio recordings, and now I want to look at these images. I want to save these images, so I have to gotta close this preview before I can click on SSTV. So I'm going to click copy and go to the GIMP, Shift Control V, makes a new thing from the clipboard, and I'm going to save this. I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to do things so I can get more done faster. But I'm going to base my image off of this image name. Okay. I want to do this as a ping. And this is image 10 of the 12 series set. And this is from the 12th, and the timestamp is 1620. And this is image 3. So image 10 of 12 is the series, and when I say image 3 here, that means it's the whatever image it was that I received. Usually you can receive at least 2 up to 3 images in a single pass. This is technically the second one because there was a little bit of a one in the very beginning. So this is all I need to put in this file name to help me keep track of things. And I put the program I decoded it with. Do the same thing for this one. And this is from RX SSTV. And BPF was on. And that's that. So now I'm going to compare these images by going into the directory where they're stored. Oops, opening them up, and I just click back and forth between them with the preview button here. And I can look at the difference. It'd probably be harder for y'all to tell, but SSTV is sharper than RX SSTV when BPF is on. BPF kind of knocks out some of the audio range that includes noise, but in doing that it knocks out some of the information that comes from the transmission that's needed to make a good decode, so that's why it's not as sharp. So this is MMSSTV. I noticed that RxSSTV has this green line here. MMSSTV doesn't have as much of one. It does have a little one there and a little bit of one there, but it's not as much. So I'm going to go with this one is better. I may have already decoded this one. No, I haven't. So this is a first copy of 10 so far, of 10 of 12. So I'm going to copy that one into my all SSTV images where I'm storing my best copies. So I'm also gonna, I already put image 10 of 12. Okay, so that's that. So cool, now I have image 10 of 12. So I've already got almost, I got like 6 of the 12 already. I'm only on the first pass of the second day, I think. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did so many passes. I probably got perfect copies of all 12 like on the second day. Which I should, that's one reason decoding later is probably not good, because I could have stopped early. I hope I'm not jinxing myself as I say that, because it's possible that I received I'll definitely receive duplicates, but it's possible I received the same one like 7 times and I missed one the entire time. Let's hope not. But that's why this is fun. Okay, so there's another audio file in this particular directory. Unfortunately, they got separated, as I said, when I transmitted the audio recorder stopped. So I'm going to close this one. This is Zoom 001 and open 002. See what we got there. Again, this is a noisier reception, so you can see if I play there's noise here. Okay, so let's leave BPF on. Open up the large image viewer for MMSSTV and we'll pick up the auto here. Okay, there we go. What's up, Tyson Power? Thanks, man. I hope I got all the images too. Okay, R. Hewlett asks, do I program channels for each satellite and spread them for Doppler, or just manually dial in as they go over? Both. What I do is I store the uplink and downlink of whatever satellite. I store the uplink and downlink. Actually, I can show you. So here's my radio. Let's see if okay, so I basically store the uplink and downlink in memory and I transfer them to the VFO to answer your question. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Of course, this is probably backwards. I don't know what to do about that. Let's see if I can fix the... Scaling, aspect ratio, crop pad. I probably could do it in Logitech. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. So what I do is I have memories, and so look, AO85 down, and I transfer that into the VFO by pressing F VFO, and now I'm in the VFO. I need to enable dual mode, and I also need to make duplex is on. So then I go to memory and I transfer the uplink AO85 up. I transfer that to the VFO, and then I just tune down before the pass to adjust for Doppler, and then I just manually adjust for Doppler as I go through the pass. So that's how I do that. Okay, and we are complete with this reception. Okay, 11 of 12. This is not perfect, but I'll save it because it's the best I have so far. And so here we got a slant issue in MMSSTV, as I said. Oh, it's normal? Good. Glad. Thanks, Rocky. So SSTV has slant adjustment. If you click on sync over here and click the happy face, it says high accuracy slant adjustment. Click that. It does it. Go back to RX and it's perfect. So RX SSTV doesn't. It has some slant stuff over here, but it just does it automatically. So that's one of the reasons I like RX SSTV better sometimes. As I was saying, I had been recommending it. Okay, so let's save these two files. Control E. And this is going to be image 11 of 12. And this is image 3 within the pass. Export. Now I'm going to do the same thing here. Now image 11, image 3, and that's all accurate. Okay, so now we go and compare the images. Okay, which one's better? This is SSTV. This is RX SSTV with BPF on. This is what I mean with BPF. See these light. So SSTV, this noise is more pronounced. When I switch to RX SSTV's decode, you'll see that the noise goes away a little bit. It's not quite as pronounced. But everything's fuzzier, and there's also a more substantial green line over here. So I'm gonna go. If I guess if I really had to, I would probably go with this one just because that green line annoys me. Most people, you can't really tell about the fuzziness. It's not that big of a deal. It's hard to say. I'll go with this one here just for now because it looks better when you just look at it casually. So I'm going to copy this one to my all SSTV folder and continue to the next pass. So we're finished with this pass. I decoded the 2 complete receptions I had for that pass. I'm going to go to the next one up. This was one I received at my apartment. I'll show you briefly the where I received it. This is when I switched to the handheld radio. I'm reading the messages. Okay, so let's decode the audio. I can close this now. You know what? There was a third file, or did I already open the third file? Just make sure real quick. I don't think there's anything in here. Yeah, it's nothing. So why does Audacity always do this? If you know why, please tell me. Okay, I was getting so much interference. I had so much local QRM at Mary Frances' place. You should be able to hear it now. Isn't that awful? This shows you how powerful the ISS transmissions are because it overpowers the noise. Here comes the transmission. Okay, here's the one with the flags. Somebody was asking me earlier about the images. This one has the flags. So intercosmos, like inter, they worked with different cosmonauts. This is fun. So, well, I think I got this one. I already got Salute 7. Let's see. Maybe I didn't. Okay, I got Salute 6, but do I have 7? Not yet. Okay. This is a new image that I hadn't decoded yet. And it looks pretty solid. The reception is perfect as far as I can tell. I'm gonna check Twitter because I got a couple tweets. Looks like I got a text message. Look at that. That's cool, right? I tweeted about these images as other people were sending them to Twitter. I was like, "Oh, I love the space station ones. Anything that has a space station in it is awesome." What I actually said, now that I think about it, is I love images received from space that have pictures of things in space with them. So sometimes these SSTV events, they send pictures of people on the ground. They did that one time. I don't know if I got all 12 yet, Rocky. I probably did based on how many of these I received. Okay, that's a perfect reception. And there was local QRM. Can you believe that? That is amazing. That is amazing. I probably could have turned BPF off. Let's see what happens. I'm going to save these, and then I'll try it with BPF off just to see if it gets it better. And we can compare MMSSTV to RxSSTV in its ideal settings, which is BPF off. Okay, close. Okay, turning BPF off. Just curious to see if it's better than MMSSTV. Oh wow, Rocky, you wanted the Salute one that I just got. While we're waiting, we can compare these existing two images. Okay, MMSSTV, I should have pressed the slant button. Oops, luckily I'm redecoding it. I'll just do it then. Here's RxSSTV. You can see the slant is not as bad. It is. You can't really tell the sharpness. It's not that obvious to me. It is. You can tell it in the words, in the letters rather. Sometimes they look not quite as sharp. And yeah, the RS0 ISS looks fuzzier on RxSSTV. So this one looks better. So here is RxSSTV with BPF on. And here it is with BPF off. Yeah, this is a good image, Rocky, because it's got, I don't know what planet that is, but it's got a planet behind it. Okay, almost finished here. Just did a auto slant fix over there. So I guess that's the thing. When you have a good solid signal, RX SSTV takes care of the slant automatically, whereas MMSSTV doesn't. So in general, it's better than MMSSTV if you have a really good reception. So the slant is still in this second decode. Let's fix it. And now it is fixed. So I'm gonna accidentally typed image 19 of 12. This is the one with the slant, so I can just delete it. Okay, now we get to compare all these images. I guess I'll go with MMSSTV first. Okay, MMSSTV, slant correction, RX SSTV, BPF off. Pretty darn close. Look. I think it's sharper. Yep, RX SSTV is sharper than MMSSTV when you get it to decode properly. Haha. So turn off BPF, and it's definitely, maybe not actually. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's sharper. So there you go. That's why I had been telling people RX SSTV was better. Yeah, Rocky. Send me an email at using my email from my QRZ profile, and I'll remember to send you the picture. Okay. I'm quite satisfied. This is BPF on, BPF off, BPF on, BPF off. It's definitely fuzzier, especially if you look at the call sign. All right, so we're gonna go with this copy. Do I already have image 9? Nope. Guys, we're getting close. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay. And there's another reception here. There's some noise in it. So let's see. I'm going to turn BPF on for this one. So this will be 10. So I already have 10. That's my copy of 10. That's kind of fuzzy, or it's got some waves. Reminds me of another thing y'all should know. I have read that you want to set the sample rate, increase it from the default in MMSSTV. So I go to Set Options, Setup, and then the Miss tab. The clock normally is set to 44.1 kilohertz or 44,100 hertz. You want to set it to 48,000, the highest. RX SSTV has very similar setup. I think it's based on the same image or same engine. I think it uses MMSSTV's engine. However, its default is 11 kilohertz, and you can only set it to 44.1. But when I originally decoded these images on Wednesday, I forgot to set that setting, and I noticed some of them were like wavy like this. But anyway, I'm going to run this other reception of image 10 that I'm about to get and see what it is. And I know so this was 9, this is 10, they're in order usually. So let's find out. So here's what we're trying to beat. This is the copy I got on Wednesday, and these are copies I got on Thursday. Or this is a copy I got on Thursday. And incidentally, this has got mirror in the background. It says mirror right there, and you can see it in the background. There's a Soyuz space station right there. They still use the Soyuz. It's the most dependable human spaceship, and probably the most dependable spaceship ever. It's just been going for decades, and it has had so few problems. It's amazing. We've got some slant issues here. SSTV will fix it automatically. I bet you MMSTV does not, and I'll have to go in and click that button. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. I think I'm going to get all 12 perfectly, knock on wood. Oh yeah, here comes the noise. So this is, you know what, considering there's noise, it might not have been worth decoding, because this one doesn't have any noise. See, there's noise. So this is almost worthless. This is almost pointless to decode. So I'm going to save it, but I'm not going to mess with it much beyond that. Occasionally I'll get one image, like the first half of one reception perfectly, but the last half will be bad. And then I'll receive the same image at another time, and the first half of that image will be bad, and the last half is good, and I can take the two receptions and cut the good thing from each and make one good image. Now, I would not recommend uploading those to the SSTV archive site, because that's supposed to be a place where you can see what you actually received. You know, they're trying to get data. Presumably, when you submit the stuff, they ask you questions about your antennas. You know, they're using the radio sensitivity, things like that. So I think they're really, theoretically, they might want to use that for data purposes. So if you send them images that are composites, that's not representative of what the signal actually was like. Okay, so clearly this is the better copy than these two, so I'm not going to need to compare these anymore. But I am going to fix the slant here.
Partly why I'm using this and this. It's a different antenna, different radio.
Oh, wait, I meant to click this.
The other thing I noticed was on the last pass that I did, the signal was kind of hard to keep strong.
Fixed.
And it was exactly the same max elevation as this pass. And here I've got trees. The trees weren't blocking it at max elevation, but over there I theoretically had a somewhat better, I would say, view of the satellite. And it was harder
image 2 of the pass.
I need to investigate. So I think I'll keep using this one.
That's all good.
And I'm not sure if I'll keep using this radio, but I'll keep using this antenna for the rest of the
Oh crap, this is still going? My bad. You know, I might have received you know what, I think I received a little bit of it in the beginning, so I should have written image 3. Dang it, I forgot to decode something here, didn't I? Yep, that's a transmission right there. Yep. Okay, so that would be 9. I already got 9 perfectly though. So there's no point in decoding this. But it says 8. only have 8. I don't have 8 yet. Okay, so I have some work to do here. Okay. Let's stop this. Okay. Oh crap, and I accidentally forgot to save this one over here. But it should be in the history. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is actually image 3 of the transmission. Okay. Okay, so I actually use manual. I didn't use auto on the programs because I could tell that it was going to be really noisy in the beginning. So what I actually did is I went from the very end of the transmission and I scrolled back here in the with my, basically you see down here where it says length and end of selection, so I clicked here and I went back until this said 2 minutes, because each transmission is 2 minutes. And so that means that the transmission's technically started right around here, even though I didn't receive the signal yet. And the reason I wanted to do this is because if I only receive part of an image, I want it to be lined up properly in the picture, in the frame. So this image, theoretically, when the transmission ends, it should be down here. So here it is finally coming in. I'm going to go move some laundry from the washer to the dryer. Actually, that was the dryer. Wow, this is pretty bad. Oh boy. Well, at least we can tell that it's image 8 at the very end. So, you know what would suck is if I never got image 8 again, and this is the best I got. But at least I could say I received all 12. So that's why I make an effort to decode these, all of them. SSTV is not doing great here. So with BPF on, SSTV definitely wins. And it ended roughly, I was a little bit off. See, I started it a little bit too early, I think. So if I was really anal about it, I would go back and start it a little bit later. But I'm just going to say this as it is because I bet you I got another copy of this that's a lot better. So I think I'm not even going to save SSTV. I guess I will, just because sometimes I have to go back and verify things. And let's see. So this is image 8. Okay, so as of now, the best copy of 8 that I have is that. Is this right here. So I'm going to copy that for the time being into my images here. Let's see, did it go? Maybe I didn't copy it right. What am I doing wrong here? My keyboard shortcuts aren't working. But that is. Okay, so now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have 5. I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm missing 12 and 5. And I don't have perfect copies of these two, and I think a few of these have a little bit of noise in them. And I'm still only on the first pass of the second day, and I did 4 days, so I think I got this, y'all. Alright, so this particular pass, the 1756 UTC pass, is over. Let's go to the next one. Close this. And just to show you where I was, we can play a little bit of the video. You got What's Up Linwin Tech Videos? So here is a nice sunset pass reception. Wearing the AMSAT hat. Okay, back to audio. Okay, it looks like image 1, image 2, and a little bit of a third reception. So let's, definitely some noise here, so I'm going to leave BPF on. And I'm going to make sure auto's on, and we're just going to start. They picked it up. I'm always impressed how well it just decodes even with noise. I guess partly because looking at the waveform, some of the hiss shows up in the waveform, and it looks really bad, but the hiss is apparently outside of the range of the information. There's your waveform. Okay, I think I have this one already. The other guy looks, he looks a little Japanese to me. Yep, this is image 6. So I have this one, and this one's got some noise up here, so this is not a candidate for being better than anything I already have. That said, I'm going to let it play out, just cause. What's up, QSL Brazil? Leonardo PU1LVR. Sorry you didn't get any better perfect images or any more perfect images. So I will have to leave in a little bit. Almost looks like it's done. Okay. There it is. Alright, time to save. No slant issues. We are now in I think we're here. I'm just making sure I'm in the right directory. It's easy to get this stuff mixed up. So I'm playing Zoom 006, and here is Zoom 006, so I know that I'm in the right place. I want to get the right file name too. So we'll go to base it off of this one. This is 1. Oh, wait, this is 6. And date, or the time is 22:50. This is image 1, no slant adjustment. Okay, so 6 of 12, 2018 04 12, 2250. Now let's do image 2. This could be a perfect reception. I'm going to turn BPF off. What's up, Ben White? Yeah, unfortunately the event is over. You were asking how long it was going to be transmitting. And I will give you information on how to find out about these events. This is the best place to go, and it is run by RF2Space. RF2Space is run by the coordinator, the ISS Ham Radio Project coordinator. He's a contractor for NASA, and he coordinates between ARIS, the volunteer organization, and NASA to schedule school contacts, among other things. So he's an official source. That's him right there, Kenneth. Okay, and he posts the details about the event. See, Cosmonauts Day, April 12th, and he's got the timestamps down here. April 11th at 11 UTC, take around 30 minutes. Transmission should continue until April 14th at 18:30 UTC. So it's over. It is definitely not the 14th anymore. It's the 15th. So follow ARIS SSTV on Blogspot. You might be able to set up like an RSS reader to get notifications from this site. At the very least, you can always enable, if you have Twitter, you can enable notifications on Twitter on your mobile phone. And you can also check ARIS or AMSAT DB mailing list. If you sign up here, you can get emails about all kinds of ARIS stuff among AMSAT things in general. It's kind of hard to get notifications, but if you can figure out a way to get notified when this site gets updated, that would probably be the best way to do it. I have a page. Okay, okay. Looks like this is done. I already have this one. I've got some slant issues here to correct. We'll compare it to the existing copy I have and see if it's better. Okay, so BPF is off, so we can properly compare the ability of RxSSTV versus MMSSTV. MMSSTV, RxSSTV. So, you know what, there's a little bit of a slant issue there, and I've never actually tried messing with the buttons over here. I wonder if I go to history, those are disabled. Okay. Yeah, so this one looks a little sharper, but it's got a little more slant. So I would have to go with SSTV just because of that. So the question is, what's the 7 over here like? So this is from SSTV. This is another reception of the same image, also with SSTV. They both had to do slant adjustment. So this one's from 2250, this one's from 1714 on the previous day, actually. Oh, look, there's some noise down here. Aha! So this is why I do this. This perception is better. There's no noise down here. So I will now replace this copy in my best of with this copy. This is why I do this. This is what I love. I don't know why. It's just, how good can I get the copies, It's just fun. It's just fun. So that's why I go out and do like 6 passes in a day. Crazy. All right, that is awesome. So let me delete this version and copy in this version. There you go. Better copy. I call that perfect. What do you think? My live stream stopped. Okay. And we got a couple more. There's a little bit of 8 here. And I have a little bit of 8 here. So look, this is a situation where I've got a teeny bit at the end of 8, and here I'm about to get a teeny bit of the beginning of 8. So if I never got a perfect copy of this, I could combine these if I really wanted to. So let's do that and see what happens. BPF definitely going to be on here. This is fun. I have to go soon. I have a meeting, and I just wanted to do I wanted to get some of this done and make progress, so that's what I did. I got a tweet from somebody. They asked me if I play around with sat nods. Manawyrm. He said he had fantastic success with it. I'll show you the tweet on Twitter. Yeah, so this is he asked me if I ever tried it. Basically using There you go, that's number 8. What's happening over here? Oh, my history. Okay, so now we're getting we're getting more of number 8. This one's kind of it's got the USSR Soviet flag there with the sickle and hammer, which in the United States has been demonized so much. When I first saw it on Twitter, this image, I was kind of like taken aback a little bit. It is what it is. What's up? What's Swift? What do you mean one ain't working? You must be talking about the decoder. I'm just super worried about having problems. So close that and stop that. Yeah, this is 8. Yeah, I had it on history. I was on the history tab, and it was on this, I guess, and that's why it wasn't working. I thought it wasn't working either. Okay, and now I'm saving the RX SSTV copy version of this. So if I, like I said, yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next pass. Actually, I have to go real soon, y'all. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, and I'll show you the progress I've made and what I'm gonna have to do next. What I have remaining to do. So I've finished decoding these passes. So I decoded 3 from Wednesday, these 3 here, and I decoded 3 from Thursday. And I have 1 more from Thursday to do. It says the 13th instead of the 12th, but it's because of UTC time. It was just late on the 12th in Eastern time. So I have 1 more to do for Thursday, and then I have I guess the 13th was Friday. Yep. I think I did 6 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought I did 6. But anyway, I forgot to turn on the recorder on one of them. I messed up. I actually pressed the button, but something didn't work. I watched it in the video. But anyway, yeah, there is one there. So that's a 6th pass that I did. So I've got 5 passes from Friday, and then on Saturday I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passes. The last one I did just to make sure that it had stopped. Sometimes I forget to turn it off, and I had 1 more pass after the scheduled stop time. And usually I can go to Twitter, and people in Europe will tell me, hey, it's off now. And I'll be like, cool, I'm not going to have to go outside the next pass. But it was going over Madagascar when it was supposed to turn off, the east coast, southeast coast of Africa. And then after that, it went over Australia, but it was like 4:40 a.m. in Australia. So there's no way I was going to get any reports about whether it turned off or not. So I had to go out there and make sure for myself that it was in fact off. But let's see where we are. If I wanted, I could combine that last image together and say that I've gotten, I got image 1, image 2, image 3, this is image 4. I think I'm going to have to make these things smaller. Yep, okay, image 4. I don't have 5 yet, so we'll put like a blank there. 7 and 8. So I would probably, if I wanted to go between these two, I would pick this one because you can actually make out something. So I'm not going to copy that in there right now, I don't have time, but this is image 8. I'm getting mixed up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have 5. I do have 7. This is 8. I don't have room on my computer to show all these, but anyway, here's 9 and 10 and 11. So I'm missing 5 and 12, and I need better copies of 8 and 4. So I need basically 4 more decodes of these particular missing or not perfect images. So right now I've got I've got 8 basically solid copies. This one's not. I don't know why I got that one open. This is the better version of 9. So I have 8 solid copies after the basically 2.5 days or a day and a half of passes that I did, and I have like 3 days to go. So pretty good, right? I don't know what you're talking about with beers. But oh yeah, I gotta go. Not because of beer, but I got a meeting. I wish it was beer. It's not a. Actually, it's a good meeting. But hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. This is awesome. I love sharing this stuff, and I know y'all are doing this too. And if you haven't done it, you're gonna do it soon because you can see how fun it is. And I'll be doing another stream to decode the rest of these images. I don't know when, because Monday's tomorrow, and I don't know when I'll have time to do it. Probably not before Wednesday. Maybe Tuesday. We'll see. Anyway, I'll let y'all know when I do it next. And thanks for watching. I want to spend a special shout out to my patrons. Appreciate y'all. And I can actually thank those people in particular. If I pull up particular file I was working on. Oh, I can't get it right now. Anyway, thanks to my patrons. Thanks to my sponsors, Dog Park Software, which makes Mac Doppler, which I use to simulate the passes, and I show the satellites where they are and how they're moving when I'm doing a pass video. And I also have MacLogger DX, which I use to upload my logs to the logbook of the world and confirm contacts with other ham sat ops. And also Nordic PC, who made the PC that I am doing all this on right now. They recently sponsored me and built me an amazing computer. So very grateful to them. And they'll build custom PCs for anybody to spec. NordicPC.com. Arrow Antenna is also a sponsor, so thanks to Arrow Antenna. And once again, thanks y'all. Have a good one. 73. I'm John Breyer, KG4 AKV.